The decks are hard for Magic's newest format, Pioneer, which is the exact same as Modern, using sets Return to Ravnica and Onward, and no special sets, and no fetch lands. And what people are most excited about is the opportunity for creativity. But sadly, Daddy is here to destroy the format on the very first day. Not because I don't want Pioneer to succeed, but because winning makes me very happy in punts. But where do we look to find this format-breaking deck? Some players are looking at Modern decks for inspiration, while other players are looking at Frontier decks for inspiration. But I would argue that the best deck for day one of Pioneer is found in neither of these two formats. And the amazing Pioneer deck I have in mind revolves around Soulflayer. But what does Soulflayer do? Soulflayer eats up to 4 cards in graveyard, and it gains the abilities of the creatures it ate. It's pretty good. So good, in fact, that it does surface every now and then in Modern. And when it does, it tends to run these cards. Now, out of these great cards, let's look at which of these are legal in Pioneer. Yes, that's right, all of them. Oh, wait, I forgot a card, because Deathrite Shaman is legal in Pioneer. That's right, a card that was banned in both Modern and Legacy is legal in Pioneer. Isn't Magic great? It ramps, causes life loss, and gains life. And presumably, Wizards has not banned this card because they think it is safe without fetch lands in the format. Because how else will players get land cards in graveyard? But we certainly can, and we shall. And that brings us to our masterpiece here. We've got Soulflayer, many creatures with many abilities, then we have many ways to discard, putting many cards in graveyard, and because we have so many card types, we have Traverse. When we have 4 or more card types in graveyard, we can search for a creature or land. In other words, Soulflayer. But even if somehow our graveyard is cut off, we can then go with the Troll instead. We can discard a creature card, put a 1/1 counter on it, and also regenerate it. It's pretty good. But now on to Sideboard. It is pretty hard to come up with a sideboard, especially when it's the first day of a new format. But it should look something like this. 4 Thoughtseize, 2 Collective Brutality, 1 Liliana, pings little creatures and also gets back graveyard stuff. Then we have Creature Hate, Artifact and Enchantment Hate, and Activated Ability Hate. That's the deck, let's get to the gameplay. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Pioneer content. But without further ado, here's gameplay, and I hope you enjoy. Opening hand is sad, but it has Soulflayer, so who cares? We'll keep. Start with a Deathrite. An opponent plays Thraben Inspector. Interesting. And nice, another Soulflayer. Let's go with Gather the Pack. And nice, both of these in graveyard. And it's back to our opponent. Oh, opponent uses Stomp. That's not very nice, but we can stomp on them in a different way. Soulflayer, exiling Hazoret, and Chromanticore. First strike flying, haste, indestructible, lifelink, trample, and vigilance. Yay. We're at 23 and they're at 16. Back to them. Oh, come on, Teferi. That's annoying. Now we'll have to punish them. Play the Troll, and it's back to them. They play the Bone Crusher, and they send it back to us. But now let's do this. Discard the Samut, and replay the Soulflayer. Soulflayer swings at our opponent, and the Troll swings at Teferi. Will they block? Just the chump like that. Alright, it's back to them. Oh, no fair. And a Smuggler's Copter. They swing for a 4? Okay. Well, let's swing at our opponent. They don't block. We'll discard. And then we'll play a Soulflayer. Untaps to be safe, and is back to our opponent. They draw. Play a Thraben. And they attack with the Copter. Okay. And they play a Motorist. It's like Mardu vehicles again. It's like going back in time in Standard. But now let's be aggressive, both at our opponent. Oh, I can deal up to 7 this turn, but a more gangster option. Discard this. They go to 3. And now play the Soulflayer. Double strike, flying, indestructible, trample, vigilance. It sounded like it would rhyme in my head, but then when I said it, it just kind of sounded not rhyming. They dig. And wow, okay. They swing at the Copter to draw and discard. But we have flying, so take that. And oh, they turn into a 4/4. Well, good for them. But it turns out they were just spreading their cheeks for us, because there's a concede. Go into game 2 and dump all this for all this, and with that, let's go to game 2. Hooray for Thoughtseizes. Opening hand, Thoughtseize and Salvage. Yeah, we'll keep. We're gonna take a lot of life loss, but everything else looks good. Ooh, nice. Play the Thoughtseize. Oh, look how dirty they are. That Declaration Stone would have wrecked our Soulflayers, man. And even the Purge is gonna hurt a Troll, but definitely take this stone. Interesting. They might be smarter than I thought. I mean, after game 1, who can blame me for kind of, thinking they're a little, I don't know. They play Copter. And nice. No life loss for us. Uh-oh, Teferi. Better fire this now. And my gosh, the cheeks are just spreading for us. Grab the Soulflayer. And on top of that, a Traverse. So let's first Traverse, and let's really piss off our opponent and play the Revoker. Yeah, that seems like fun. I mean, not really the right play, but fun. No Teferi for them. They play the Motorist, and opponent hits us for 4. Getting rid of their Purge. Interesting. Back on a turn, another Salvage, just fire it. And yet another Soulflayer. However, no Hexproof or Indestructible in graveyard, and have 2 cards in hand, and we also don't have haste. So we'll grab the Soulflayer, and it's really risky, but we'll play it unprotected. Might as well swing for 2, and we'll see if they want to attack us. Because, first strike, flying, lifelink, trample, vigilance, it's pretty good. Unless they have removal. Oh, that's not removal. Another Copter, but no removal. You know what that means. They gonna die. Ooh, Hexproofer and this in graveyard. Nice. We'll swing at them. I mean, Vigilance might as well. Now it's 14-14. And play the second Soulflayer. Death Touch, Double Strike, Flying, Hexproof, Indestructible, Trample, and Vigilance. Could things get any better? They draw, but for what? What would they draw into? Nothing. Oh, another Inspector. Isn't it fun breaking formats? So much fun. And speaking of fun, there's the concede. But there is so much more fun to be had because it's on to the next match. And what a great time to mention that Daddy has made more of his hand-painted deck boxes. If you want one, they're available at decknut.com. But now, back to the gameplay. Opening hand, we have a Soulflayer, so we'll keep. Starting with the Courier, and they start with a Goose. Pull a Shaman, nice. We'll swing at the Courier. Play the Shaman, and his backdoor opponent. What is these? Opponent casts Commune with the Gods. It's kind of like our cards. They search for a creature or enchantment, putting one in their hand and the rest in their graveyard. Interesting. Mox Amber. Dig through time, And we pull another Courier. Play it. Swing. And just to be safe, let's get rid of this and send it back to them. Frostburn, weird. What? It can +1/-1 on itself. And I think at this point, we might have to discard our hand. A little too slow here. So we'll swing in. Oh, that is a very smart block. So in that case, we'll discard our hand and draw 2. Grisly Salvage, nice. Then they opt. It's back to them. Which is these. Opponent plays Commune with the Gods again. But so far, nothing special. But they do dig through time. And that's pretty good. And another Goose. But their life is getting pretty low. And now we'll salvage. Now to Hazoret? Sure. And might as well eat one of their lands. And we also pull a Troll. Actually, let's play the Troll. Swing at the Courier. Blocks like that will sack. And nice, a Traverse. So while they're tapped down, let's do this. Traverse, Soulflayer, make black, play Soulflayer. And it has Double Strike, Flying, Haste, Indestructible, Lifelink, Trample, and Vigilance. Oh, what's this? What they doing? They better not be going infinite, or that would make me sodden puns. Nope, they're passing back into another Soulflayer. Isn't that fantastic? I certainly think it is. Oh, but they concede. Fine. Go on into game 2 and dump this stuff at the Thoughtseize and Leyline. And with that, let's go to game 2. Oh, this hand's so tempting. But no Leyline, nothing in discards, so we're gonna have to mull. Thoughtseize in 1 land, but at least we have Thoughtseize, so we'll give it a shot. They start with a Goose. Meh, no land. We'll Thoughtseize. Some pretty good stuff, but we'll take the Ascendancy and send it back to them. They opt and play the Tree Dude. Come on, land. Hooray! We'll salvage on their end step. Opponent plays Commune with the Gods. Oh, and there's Retraction Helix. They can combo that with Ascendancy. But too bad, salvage. Leylines, meh. We'll grab the Troll. Land, and now here's the deal. We can play the Troll for our guaranteed this and this. It's very good. Or we could go gather the pack. I think the Troll's the safest option. A little slow, but it's okay. Opponent makes a food. And dang, we pull a land, but not the one we need to go this and this on the same turn. But I don't think we need it. Discard this and this. And they could have Retraction Helix in hand with this open and these. It's a little risky, but we'll try it. Swing with both. And dang, they take it. They ain't doing so hot. They pass back once again. We pull another Troll. And before attacking, we'll do this. Grabbing a Troll and then swing in. Oh, no, they're gonna bounce a permanent. Fine, be that way. Whole bag. On blocks like this, they have the food token. I don't know. Yeah, whatever, we'll discard. Food token brings them up to 7, and they go back down to 3. And we could play the Soulflayer to put pressure on them. Yeah, I think so. But it's just a 4/4 Trampler. But apparently that's all we needed because there was a concede. Pretty one-sided, whatever their combo was. We were just too fast to let them set up. But now it's on to the next match. Opening hand is balls, we'll mull. And slightly less balls, so we'll keep. Starting with the Courier. Oh, Toolcraft Exemplar. So probably an artifact deck. We'll hit them for 1 again. Traverse. And send it back to them. Vehicles deck. They hit us for 3. And meh. I think it's time to abort, just like my mama said. And then draw 3. That did not go so well. Opponent plays Gideon. It can give lifelink. So it crews the Copter and then gives it lifelink. Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, pull once upon a time. And still no Soulflayer. Oh man. It looks like our opponent's got us. So we're going to game 2. Going into game 2, we're gonna put in Liliana, the Caterpillar, and Collective Brutality. And with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand is really good. We're keeping. We'll turn 1, get a land. And someone actually has graveyard hate. No. All right. Let's try and hit a land here. Yeah. And we'll go with the Troll strategy. Oh, and Gideon, no. That can prevent damage from this hoe. That is quite annoying. We'll play a second Troll and pass back. Opponent prevents damage again and plays this vehicle. Second rest in peace, meh. So we should probably try and kill Gideon now because Gideon could crew this vehicle and that's no bueno for us. Okay, let's dig. Caterpillar, but to rest in peace out. We could kill the heart though. Yeah, maybe we'll hang on to it. So I'm gonna Gideon and buff. And for the 5th damage, do we discard the Samut or the Caterpillar? Probably the Samut. Yeah, let's see how they follow up with that. Thoughtseize, meh. Okay, discard the Caterpillar. And what does this? Oh, another Gideon. The lifelink Gideon. So imagine they'll crew this and give it lifelink. And the annoying thing is that they can recrew it with the Gideon this turn. So we don't have much much of a choice. Swing at Gideon with both. Will they try and defend? Yeah, they do, but the trample damage will still kill the Gideon. Huh. That was pretty derp-de-dur of them, but it's not like they had any other options. And back on our turn, pull a Shaman. Swing in, discard, put them at 13, back to them. The only real out they have at this point is to, never mind. I was gonna say they could find a way to exile, but they did not. So game 3 it is. Now that we've seen more of their deck, let's bring in 2 more Caterpillars, a Thoughtseize, and 2 Revokers. And with that, let's go to game 3. Opening hand, do we go all in on the Troll? They could have a Thoughtseize. I think we got a Mull. And this hand's not great either, so mull this as well. And yeah, this could work. I want to place Courtyard untapped. Dig for a land and back to them. Will we see Rest in Peace? Yeah. So we'll try and hit the Troll or a Caterpillar. We salvage, and do I see a Caterpillar? Yes. Hooray. Play the Caterpillar and pass back. What is this? Oh, big boy Gideon. That's pretty good. We could kill it, but at this point, I think we gotta go for the graveyard stuff. And nice, a Troll. Play the Troll and pass back. Oh, and I turned Gideon into a 5/5. We'll chump block and regenerate, putting us at 8. And oh, Primal Dawn. So let's do this. Get a land, play it, discard, and then Soulflayer. We could bluff and try and kill Gideon, but I don't think they'd buy it. So it's back to them. Oh, what? They can see, dang, the power of Soulflayer. I mean, they almost had it, but the Soulflayer is so good. You know, because it has Double Strike, Flying, Indestructible, Trample, and Vigilance. It's kind of good. Feels good. Now it's on to the next match. Opening hand. No ways to get cards in graveyard, but 2 Soulflayers. Could rely on the Troll. Yeah, we'll keep. Opponent starts with Shaman, and we'll start with Shaman, but our graveyard will be iffy with this out. Oh, and a second one. I'm tempted to play the Troll this turn, but they probably have removal, so let's play this tap and pass back. Our opponent swings in. What? Block? Okay. Oh, and Liliana. That's pretty smart. Fine. Now we'll play the Troll, and if we can make it to our next turn, we'll be okay. They try and kill, but we'll discard one of these. They play a Tracker. They can put a land in graveyard, make a mana with the other one, and eat our creature. I'm not sure they'll know to do that, though. So let's do this. Get a land, play the land, and it's Soulflayer time. We'll swing at Lily with Double Strike, Haste, and Vigilance. Oh, Lily goes to Jesus. They sack a Clue, get another Clue, and a Grim Flare. Interesting. And nice. I'm still not sure if they know to do this. With land in graveyard, make a mana, get rid of our card, but I'm banking that they don't know to do that. That's pretty tough. Grab another swamp, discard Samut. Oh, I think they're thinking about it, so they know to do it. Yeah, dang. It seems our opponent's been studying their anime, because how else could their IQ be this high? But unfortunately for them, we have Zetalpa, and they're no match for Zetalpa. And they realize that as well, because there's a concede. Going into game 2, we're gonna dump this stuff for Thoughtseize and Collective Brutality, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand seems pretty good, so we'll keep it. Opponent starts with Evolving Wilds, and we'll start with the Thoughtseize. Oh, this is scary. Shaman, Push, Kalitas, and Rider, They're pretty far away from Kalitas, even with the ramp. Murderous Rider could be tough, because it could kill the Soulflayer, so we'll take the Rider, but I think we'll be okay. They play the Shaman, and we pull another Gather the Pack. Gather the Pack, and oh, both are really good cards to have in graveyard. They could eat one of them, but leaving either behind is pretty rough. Oh, what? They're eating our land? What is this madness? Oh, no. All right, so we're losing our Soulflayers because they can name a card, get rid of that card. Although we will draw 2 cards from this, but we're losing all of our Soulflayers in deck. That's not good. Okay, best move here. Gather the Pack. And nice, grab these 2 creatures. Playing the Shaman, and back to our opponent. They ramp with our land, and I'm at, yep, Kalitas. This will be tough. Play the Troll, and back to our opponent. Opponent Thoughtseize in response. We'll discard the Zetalpa. They play another Shaman, and they Fatal Push. But then they have no cards in hand. And whatever we target in graveyard, they will target as well. But we'll try it. Yeah. And they make a zombie from that. They swing for 3, will block and regenerate. And then back on our turn, I say we hold down the fort with Hazoret. Yeah. And that should slow down our opponent. 1 plus Grim Flare. But it looks like these Shamans are going to do us in, because each turn they can deal 4 to us. Yeah, so we're going to game 3. Opening hand, a single force is not going to cut it, so we're going to mull. And yeah, we'll give this a try. Opponent plays Fabled Passage, just like my mom's with JJ. And we'll Grisly Salvage at the end of their turn. Oh, and a Thoughtseize. Okay, we'll salvage. Grabbing Deathrite, and they take our Troll. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I think we have to Brutality them. Discarding Halala. And just as I feared, Lost Legacy, and a lot of good stuff too. Take Lost Legacy, play the Shaman, and let's see what our opponent does. They play a Shaman, and another Shaman, and back on our turn land. They're probably gonna kill the Samut, but we'll play it now before they can target their own lands. Swing in, and back to them. Yeah, they do kill it, and recast it. Okay, we'll drain them, even though they have lifelink. They hit for 2 and gain 2. Grim Flare, eat our creature, And meh, I think we're in trouble. Very much trouble. Yeah. And oh nice, gather the pack. Oh, I see something. Delirium active. Reverse, grabbing a Soulflayer, making black, and then Soulflayer. Hooray. Double strike flying into Destructive Lifelink, Trample and Vigilance. Opponent plays Kalitas, but then they pass back. Swing a Soulflayer, play the Troll, and then we pass back. And after a very tight squeeze there's the concede. Alright. It took us so long to pull Soulflayer, but when we did, the Big Dick energy was very strong. And hooray for Big Dick energy. Well, there we have it. Two of our opponents got close, but our deck was just too gangster, at least with the sideboard cards in the meta. There are cards out there that deal with our deck, like Settle the Wreckage. That would be really good against Soulflayer, but the deck just feels so strong. There is a chance that Soulflayer could be banned, because when we fire Grisly Salvage or Gather the Pack, our opponent does not have the priority before Soulflayer is cast. So even when our opponent has graveyard hate cards like Deathrite Shaman, they won't be able to activate it before Soulflayer is cast, and that could be a problem. But nonetheless, I will enjoy this deck while it lasts, but that is all for now. Thank you to everyone who was able to get a deck box, and as always, I hope you have a great day.